Okay, we're going to do another Codeskulptor program, and I think you peoples are really going to enjoy this one because it's going to have images and buttons. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a program that's going to show all 4 seasons. I created a template here, and obviously you're watching the YouTube video right now. There are 2 parts to this program. The first part is to collect all the information, and you're going to put the 4 pictures you find here with the images and height, and then you're going to program with the second part. So what you need to do is you need to find 4 images from the internet, 1 for each season. You need to find the actual URL of the actual image, and I'll show you how to do that. And after that, you need to find the width and height of the actual image, and I'll show you how to do that. So for me, I found an image for spring. So here's my URL. Notice it ends with a JPG, and here's my width, and here's my height. So how did I do that? Well, I went to Google, and I searched for spring. And there's a lot of great ones to use, but I like this one. And this is a nice picture, but this is not the URL up here. This is Google. Google is not the one that made this picture. Google is just helping you find these pictures. So this is not the URL. To find the URL, what you have to do is you have to right click and select Open Image in New Tab. So let me show you that to you again. You need to right click and Open Image in New Tab. And when you do that, the URL shows up here. And so you'll notice that this looks more legitimate, so it has a JPG at the end. And so you're going to copy that and you're going to put it into your slideshow right there. So how do you find the image and width? Well, you go back to the Google and you'll notice right here it actually shows you the image and width. 1600 for my width and 1067 for my height. So 1600 for my width, 1067 for my height. Another way to do it is on the actual picture. So make sure you're zoomed in. On the actual picture, what you can do is you can right click and inspect. And when you inspect, it shows you the size right here. But actually, when you zoom in, and here it is, 1600 and 1067. So that's the other way to do it. But Google is actually pretty good because it tells you right there. So part 1 is for you to find all 4 seasons of your own and the image and width for each one. Part 2. Part 2 is where you fix the code to have the picture that you want. So let me show you how to do that. So of course you're going to replace your name with the hashtag and save it right away and put that into the slideshow. So save it right away, put it in the slideshow so that you don't lose it. And let's see what the program does so far. If you press play, you'll see a blank screen. And if you press spring, the picture shows up with the word spring. That's pretty cool. But if you press summer, it's going to error code because we did not tell what the summer is. Similarly, if you push fall, error code, and winter, error code. So we need to do that. So spring works because I put it in there. So we're going to actually take out mine. We're going to take out mine, so we're going to hashtag mine out. Right? Can you run? And now spring doesn't work anymore. So let's get spring to work. So let's unhashtag the spring. And you're going to notice it needs 3 things. It needs the URL, it needs the width, and it needs the height. So you go back to your slideshow. Let's copy the URL and replace it in between the quotation marks. So make sure that works okay. Then the width was 1600 and the height was 1067. And now if you press play, and spring should work again. That's awesome. And so your challenge now is to do summer, fall, and winter. If you are really interested, you can see how I put this program together. Here's the spring button, how it changes it to the spring image, and it has a message for spring. You can even change that. Here's the summer button, so it changes the image to summer. Here's the fall button, here's the winter button, and this is how you draw it. So this is more advanced stuff. But hopefully that works for you. Make sure you save it often. Have fun.